Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to earn passive income with $1,000. I'm going to walk you guys through 7 passive income strategies that I believe will work for you. The ultimate way to make money is through passive income. Whether you're sleeping, whether you're on vacation, whether you're volunteering your time to a charitable organization, no matter what you're doing, that money is going to come in if you do it right. Number 1, investing in dividend companies. There are 3 ways a company can decide to utilize their profits. They can take those profits and they can save them. They can put them away in a bank and just save them for future use. The second way they can utilize those profits, they can actually reinvest back into the company, whether it be through R&D, whether it be through buying new products that they can then turn around and sell, whether it be buying hard assets like equipment or real estate. The third way a company can utilize their profits is by paying a distribution to its shareholders. They take a portion of those profits and they pass them along in the form of income to their shareholders. People like you and I. An example of one of those public companies that do that is AT&T. AT&T is the leading telecommunications company in the world. And they pay a 7% annual dividend yield. So with your $1,000 you would put into AT&T stock, they would pay you 7% a year, which is roughly $70. That's one way you can create passive income, is by picking companies that have a long track record of being profitable and have a long track record of paying some of those profits to their shareholders like you. Number 2, invest in real estate investment trusts or REITs. Now a REIT is a company that buys a certain asset class of real estate. For example, a company like Simon Property Group, they're the largest company in America that buys retail malls. And if you, as an investor, wanted to invest or buy shares in SPG, then you would receive a 6.5% annual dividend yield. That's about $65 you would make. The reason I like REITs, especially the Simon Property Group, is because there's a law that says these real estate investment trusts have to distribute 90% of their net profit every year to their shareholders. So it's a really good passive investment in my opinion, especially if you are not the type of real estate investor that wants to deal with toilets and tenants. You don't necessarily want to own the underlying real estate that's producing the income. But you do like all of the other benefits associated with owning real estate. Real estate investment trust would be the way to go. Number 3, investing in index funds. Now I'm going to name 3 index funds from Vanguard that you could invest your $1,000 in and you would get a dividend. The first one is VOO, which is a Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. This particular ETF invests in the top 500 companies in America. It mirrors the S&P 500 index. and it currently pays a 1.75% annual dividend yield. The second ETF I want you guys to think about considering is Vanguard's Real Estate Investment Trust ETF, symbol VNQ. That particular ETF has some of the largest real estate investment trust companies in it. And it currently is paying a 3.85% annual dividend yield. The third Vanguard ETF I want you to consider is VYM, which is their high yield dividend ETF. It's currently paying an annual dividend yield of about 3.62%. Now this particular ETF goes out and it searches for the highest paying dividend companies out there, and they pool them all in this ETF. So you got some diversification in there as well. But those are your three index funds / ETFs that I want you to consider to put that $1,000 in to get to passive income. The fourth passive income strategy I want you to consider is crowdfunding real estate, which is similar to real estate investment trusts. One of the companies that does this is Fundrise. Now, the difference between what Fundrise does and your prototypical real estate investment trust, Fundrise and its investors actually own the underlying real estate that's producing the income. Whereas in a real estate investment trust, as an investor, you don't actually own the underlying real estate. You own a share in the company that owns the real estate. So how does fundraise work? Well, you can invest as little as $1,000 and you are able to take part in an investment that could potentially pay you between 8 and 12% on an annual basis. And this information is based on Fundrises' website. So I went to their website and these are the numbers that they are saying you have a potential in earning in their investment. They also have a management fee of about 0.15%. But it's a great way for someone to get into real estate and not have to be the one managing the tenants or the toilets and the repairs and all that other stuff. All you got to do is put your $1,000 in, and if the fund does well, 8 to 12%, that's what they're saying on their website, then you've made a great passive investment. The fifth passive strategy you can consider is being a banker or a private lender. Now there's two ways you can do this. You can market yourself to the public as a person who will make private loans to individuals. Now the only problem with that strategy is you have to be responsible for all the paperwork, the loan documents, filing fees, and all of that stuff. You have to be responsible for all of those things. Or you can have a company like Lending Club, where you can invest your $1,000 in Lending Club, and Lending Club brings the borrower and the investor together. And they take a 1% fee in order to do that. Now, you could have a net 5% return with an investment in LendingTree. Again, guys, I'm not promoting LendingTree. This is just one of the many companies that brings borrowers and investors together for a loan transaction, but they are the administrator. You don't have to be the one that's actually being responsible for all the documentation. They are. And as an investor, potentially you could get a net 5% return, which is not too bad from a passive income standpoint, guys. Number 6, rent out your home or Airbnb it. You can make between $200 and $1,000 a month by renting a room or renting your whole home when you're not using it on a platform like Airbnb, which is a great way to create passive income for yourself. If you're somebody that travels and there are times where your home is vacant and it's just sitting there, why not maximize that investment and have income coming in through, like I said, a platform like AirBnB or others out there like an Airbnb. If you have a spare bedroom, whether you're living in one of the rooms and you want to have someone else rent a room, you can do that on Airbnb as well. So it's up to you. You can convert a garage into sort of a suite whereby you can have bathroom facilities in there, you can have a little living room, you can have a pull-out couch that turns into a bed, and you can rent that space even while you're living in the house. There are many creative ways to use Airbnb to make passive income. Number 7, municipal bonds. Municipal bonds are the way municipalities like cities and states borrow money. And people like you and I, we come together as an investment group and we lend these municipalities money. And they call them municipal bonds. The nice thing about municipal bonds are you pay no federal income tax on the money you make from that investment. And if you live in a state that charges state income taxes, you don't pay that either. For example, if you live in the state of California and you do a municipal bond to the state of California, or you participate in a municipal bond to the state of California, you won't pay any federal income taxes on that investment, and you will not pay California state taxes on that investment. Now, normally with municipal bonds, it's a lower risk investment. Lower the risk, lower the return. So you're going to look at returns between 2.5%, maybe up to 6.5%, depending upon the municipal bond. The only shortcoming on that one is you have to go out and actually find these investments on your own, or you could hire someone to help you find them. Or you could also go to a company like Vanguard or Fidelity or Charles Schwab and invest in one of their municipal bond products. And they do all the research and take care of all the administration themselves. Just a great way to remove yourself out of the equation and not have to be the expert, but lean on companies like Vanguard, Fidelity, and Charles Schwab to be the expert. But the great thing is it's a investment where you potentially don't have to pay any income tax on. So those are 7 passive investment strategies that I want you guys to think about. Whether you got $1,000 or whether you got $100,000, it depends on what your strategy is around passive income. But you can start earning passive income with little as $1,000, guys. So don't be afraid. Do your homework. Obviously, any investment you make in the stock market is subject to not doing well. So keep that in mind. Nothing's guaranteed. None of these investments are guaranteed of these 7 passive income strategies I've discussed. Drop me some comments. Let me know what you think about these 7 passive income strategies. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, and smash that like button. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. And I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace. Today's video is sponsored by my company, RF Financial Consulting. And in my company, I work with individuals just like you through financial mentoring and coaching sessions. And in those 1-hour sessions, we talk about strategies to help you get to your financial freedom, whether it be through real estate investing, stock market investing, creating additional streams of income, credit card arbitrage, or starting and growing a business. If that's something that you might be interested in, there's an email address in the description box of the video. Send me an email and let's discuss if I'm the right fit for you.